Parkinson's disease is a nervous system disorder that was discovered by an English physician named James Parkinson in 1817. He described this disease as a shaken palsy. When Parkinson's disease develops in a person's body, it is when neurons called dopaminergic neurons begin to slowly die. These particular neurons are located inside of the substantia nigra, which is inside of your midbrain. When these neurons begin to die, your dopamine levels, which aids in precision of movements, begin to die. So what is the cause of Parkinson's disease? There is no true cause of Parkinson's disease, but scientists are trying to find new studies in order to early detect this disease. One of those studies include the keystroke study. The keystroke study is when they monitor a person's keystroke from how slow or fast they switch in between keys, the jerkness of it, and also how it changes over time. So Parkinson's disease is more prominent in people over the age of 60, but that does not mean that people under the age of 60 can't develop it. There was a male who was about 29 who developed Parkinson's disease. Parkinson's disease is more prominent in males than it is in females. It can be hereditary, but since there is no true cause for Parkinson's disease, it's really hard to pinpoint that it was passed down. So what are symptoms? There are a lot of symptoms, but symptoms can be very subtle, and they can also digress or become more prominent over time. So when a person finds out that they have Parkinson's disease, they are usually in the late stages. And some of these symptoms can include it beginning on one side of the body and gradually going over to the other side. Bradiokinesis, which is slow movements. Tremors when your hands or your wrist begin to shake like this. Your speech can be slurred. You can have intervals from when you are speaking real fast or you start talking real slow. Other symptoms include your posture. So you can see a lot of people who are diagnosed with this disease at a stooped position. Also, their range of motion, and they begin to lose their balance more often. Another common symptom is something called pill rolling. You will see them moving their hands like this, like they have a pill in between their hands. And it can also cause muscle stiffness. There are also treatable symptoms that include constipation, urinary problems, difficult thinking and remembering things. They can have mood changes, emotional changes, and can also develop depression. Other symptoms can include high blood pressure. Okay, so as far as the medication can be short term it can be helpful, but long term a person's body over time will begin to get used to the medication and it won't be as effective. One of the main medications that people with this disease take is carbidopa levodopa. This particular medication turns natural chemicals, which is passed into the brain, and they convert it into dopamine, which is what your body is losing when you have this disease. It takes up to 3 weeks, and it also has a lot of side effects. Another medication is called MAO-B inhibitor. This particular disease prevents the breakdown of dopamine by inhibiting a brain enzyme called monoamine oxidase B. And another common medication is called anticholinergic, which is helpful for body tremors, which is one of the main symptoms of Parkinson's disease. You can also change your diet. It is helpful that a person with Parkinson's disease have a diet high in fiber, since constipation is prominent. Another way to help is exercise, since your muscles are stiff and you're in a lot of pain. Avoid falling, meaning when you make turns, don't make sharp turns, or actually pointing out what you want to do, like as far as movements, actually thinking, oh, I'm about to do this, or I'm about to make this turn, I'm about to walk forward. And another common one is massages. Since you have a lot of muscle soreness and stiffness, it is helpful in order to get this acid out of your muscles and just help you move around. It was also found in a study that marijuana was very helpful for patients with this disease, because marijuana is something that calms the body. It calmed that person's tremors, and it also helped as far as pain. This concludes my presentation on Parkinson's disease. Thank you.